Hello?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Thursday, or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Good evening and good night. Wanted to say hello, and we are in the modded world. As you can see, it's just taking a bit of time for it to actually let me in. So, in the meantime, there we go. How's that for perfect timing? In the meantime, wanted to let you guys know that we had discussed it before, but there is a stream weekend this weekend. So, today is my last prep day for it, but we're going to be doing a little bit of fun stuff anyways. The weekend schedule looks like this, and so you'll see on the Saturday, ITT Tom, our fine friend, will be kicking it off, and then we'll have a whole bunch of people following off that with a fantastic chain. This time round, we are receiving from Carnage Joe, and we'll be, after I'm done, we'll be raiding on into Dadcraft 73. So, let's get right to it. Ooh, I think I borrowed that line. Sorry about that. Good morning, fantastic Sherlock Fox. Thank you ever so much for pouring the coffee. It's going to be ultra useful because at the moment I am wired for the wrong reasons. And we're going to get ourselves right on into it. So today in stream, you guys saw that yesterday, oops, not that one. Yesterday we were working on the fact that we have these new, should move those, these new tanks. So the tanks look all cool, like they should be able to put stuff in them, but you can't. It's kind of dumb. But anyways, we have these neat tanks, and you can put different chemicals in them, and they fuse. And then over here, same thing. You put in a chemical, and it splits. Fission, right? That was yesterday's project. They're all part of the alchemical system. So we've got them powered off of thermo generators, and it seems to be just fine. So they only take about 300 FE per tick, which is great because we've got a ton stored, like a lot stored, so we're fine. These are useful, but in the way. Let's see, let's get rid of this one and this one until we need them again. Okay, now I can walk around the corner. My inventory at the moment is full because I was playing around with a little bit of converting these dacite that you can't actually use for much of anything, like quite literally, you can't use them for much of anything, into something else. But, so these dacite cobblestone you can't, but the dacite itself, it still isn't much of a use. So what turns out you can do is you can smelt the cobblestone into regular stone, right? Plain, straightforward. And then, and this is because I was kind of short on regular cobblestone, I thought, oh, well, this is fine. How do I make regular cobblestone out of it? So the steps for that one involve coming down here to the industrial contraptions macerator. Now it's out here because yeah, it says a lot. Industrial contraptions actually is a bit of a, I'm not sure how to say it other than to put it bluntly. I think it's a bit of a stuck-up mod. And the reason I say that... Uh-oh. One of my backpacks isn't working. That's not good. See this one? Yeah. Okay, well, I figured out how to get into that one. But one of the... It's a mod where it insists on having its own power format. How do I... Let's show it in here. Macerator. Door. So you could upgrade the macerator, and you'll see in the top, it's kind of difficult to read, but you'll see in the top that it's got, excuse me, something that looks a little bit like a lightning bolt. Some people call them zaps. Other people call them something else. I can't remember what the other word is, but it insists on being a different power type. Now, in a lot of situations, you'll find mods will work together. You'll either get RF, as in redstone flux per tick, or FE, which I think is flux energy per tick. This industrial contraptions mod only offers you one way to go from these zaps to flux energy per tick. But you can't come back the other direction. So I can't pull flux energy from that setup up top and actually feed the macerator up there. I've tried it, it does not work. The All the Mods 8 isn't truly all the mods because it's missing the one mod that is purely designed to have a transformer that goes back the other direction. So, boo on that. Resulting effect is then we're stuck with grabbing the lava. I could probably pump it, but the amount I was using it, it wasn't worth it. So I grab the lava and I throw it in the generator, right? And then the generator gives the flux energy to let this one convert the smelted dacite into cobblestone. The regular cobblestone I can use for all kinds of things. So handy, handy. Now the thing is, if I put in the cobblestone version of the dacite, then it's actually, or dacite, whatever, and it's actually going to just simply turn it into gravel, which is not something I can find all that useful. So yeah, smelting it first was kind of handy. It looks like we can put in overclocker upgrades, which take a bunch of stuff to make, but the overclocker upgrades, they stack, so I don't know what else I would possibly want to put in there. So that's the catch up on what's been on my bar and what I was working on a little bit last night. Not super useful, except that once in a blue moon you seem to need cobblestone for something, so yeah. Today I'm looking at... Just give me a quick second for some coffee. Today I'm looking at one of 3 different things. We can work on using the chemical machines. What I was doing is walking through the periodic table and making everything, because now that we've got machines that can make things rather than simply dissolve or combine, then I was walking my way through that. That makes it easy for the chemicals. You get down to where this green balloon is, and then that's where we start getting complicated, sort of this mod style, where it's not simply combining things, it's also trying to dissolve other things to get everything else. But they're not sorted in a easy to ascertain or easy to understand form. So that's part of why this is a big mess. But I also discovered, silly me, if I lock all the drawers, then anything that doesn't have a place to go from the chemical system, because it doesn't feed into the main one, I can read it, but I can't put in from there, because the chemicals don't have a place to go. They stay in the machine, which is nice. That means that it's easier to sort out what I don't have a box for already, as long as all the boxes are pre-locked. All right, it's one option. Second option we need to deal with anyways is the fact that I'm liking these hopper botany pots. There's a problem. The hopper botany pots, as with this one, for example, is full. It's very full. So I have to look into, to avoid major problems. I mean, that's going to be a problem in itself, but to avoid major problems, I may have to change out the storage type at the bottom if I cannot make some sort of void upgrade for stuff that goes beyond what we need. I will probably add an expansion upgrade to this one anyways, so that we have more space. Not necessarily for that particular one, but like this one has more slots, and then I've got a stack upgrade, so we've got bigger multiples. But I do want to start getting void upgrades in here, because as I understand it, hoppers that end up in a full chest, or things that end up in full chests, will keep on trying and trying and trying to put in there, and that generally can contribute to world lag. I'm looking at, we have a good sized wall here, but it occurred to me to take a look at, for something to do, just increasing that wall, as in what I mean is basically going for far more of the mystical agriculture seeds, more of a because I can type of thing, sort of like we did with the bees. I'll probably have to derail and do some bees on the side, just because I think I put the one, the prosperity bee on the wall, but we'll see if I have a spare. But the same thing is true with this side, is I'm going to have to make a bunch of void upgrades, so that's probably our major target, is voids. And then if we end up with extra time, option 3 was to head into the kitchen and just start making every recipe we can think of that seems to be available, and then posting them on the wall in item frames. So I have a good amount of, I mean, not just supplies. I'm pretty sure that James Curry has probably got far more supplies than I do. Good morning, Bob. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, Lordy.
Hello.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that very, very much. You got your own personal fireworks. So, I hope your day's been good, actually, and that your transportation to and from your place of business today is not as wacky as it is. You guys have seen this one. This quote on the wall we've talked about before, but it showed up this week in our Discord because the Discord bot asked us for their daily question of the day. What is one of your favorite quotes? And yeah, that's been on the wall here for a while. But for those with closed captions, it says, I am the most incurably lazy devil that ever stood in shoe leather. That is when the fit is on me, for I can be spry enough at times. And I'm always amused because the closed caption gets it way wrong, but you know, neither here or there. So we've got a few things we can do with the cooking pot or a frying pan, which is, where did I put it? It's on the back burner there. So we've got a few things we can make with that and just do a massive wall of food. That's always fun. But I think just on your nearly 4-hour train ride home, wow, that's dedication, man. So we could look at doing more of a wall or a shrine to food, I suppose. That's a possibility. But in the meantime, I think the first place we really do need to start is void upgrades. Because if we're going to be doing, whether we do chemicals, or more importantly, whether we do seeds, which I'm kind of curious about, then I really need to try and find a way to prevent the seeds from overflowing the pots. Because then I get, people grumpy at me if I want to do more, right? So let's go with storage, just that covers both, and void. Alrighty. It looks like for those chests, we do have the ability to add void upgrades. Then we can upgrade the void upgrade, which is kind of interesting. But I think what that's going to be helpful for is the pink fertilizer stuff that I really don't have a use for. I can just toss it right away. And then we can make some more void upgrades for the storage drawers. So that will help as well. Oh, right. I do remember that. You were talking about finding your hotel in the dark. That stinks. Obviously you made it. So 4-hour journey home, does that mean you're headed home from Edinburgh now? Or is that more that you... Yeah, I guess that sounds like it, because 4 hours... 4 hours would get me pretty darn far in the province I live in. And I know we can fit all of the UK region isles in one, in our province with room to spare. So 4 hours is probably not sticking around up there. It's headed home. Ooh, so I'm not used to rock music in the background. Let me just close this, see what song's playing. Huh. So it's a gaming music playlist from Stream Tunes, which is supposed to be a Canadian DMCA safe
Hello there.
Label, I guess. Good morning, Sachet. How are you? How are you this morning? It is a bit of an interesting day. Where am I? Can't even think today. I hope you're doing well. So we're hanging out in the modded world. I haven't decided yet what I want to do for the weekend for Saturday. I mean, yes, I've made far too big a deal about the fact that it's my birthday, but aside from that and the return of Bean Boozled, amped up Bean Boozled, in fact, that I actually haven't decided what I want to do for a project, whether I'll be here or whether I will be in the Vanilla Plus Java. Then I haven't decided what I want to work on, so it might be Return to Shrewsbury. It might be more here. I really haven't decided. I mean, technically it's my purchase, so I can do what I want, but that said, there is a limit to how much patience you guys should need to have. Okay, let's start with just a basic bunch of void upgrades, and we'll just slap them all over the place and see what we can do. So I'm going to need to bookmark this, because I bet you have to come back 30,000 times. Good thing we have ender pearls. Yay! Okay, how many of these do I have? We'll make as many of these void upgrades as we can. ender pearls are not in the system. That's fine. We can deal with that. This is what friends are for, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna put the dacite in and deal with that later, as I keep getting distracted and putting more in. Okay, let's put these away before I get distracted again. Alright, so I needed more ender pearls, which means I need the ender pearl essence. I have a few. This is what I mean by the fact that things get full, is that not only is the chest full, but the pot was full up here as well. Okay. I'm in the system, and then spread that. How is this done? Oh, we only need... Okay. Put those in. And it's got a ton of ender pearls. The nice part about these ones, though, is you can actually squish them. What I mean by that is that they do compress into a block, which is nice. It doesn't really compress for us, per se, but we can craft them into a block. Here we go. Alright, so we have a bunch. And I'm going to run out of the bases, of course. So let's make these... Tag that one, just makes it easier. We're going to make a bunch of these. Second last, well... Third last day from one point of view, on his vacation. But yeah, it's a busy place. Why does it have to be? Really? Does it have to be oak planks? It says planks. Huh. So apparently I'm out of planks. That's interesting. I can deal with that, but... Oops. I need to make that search box part of the bit that's below. There we go. Plans. Okay, so we... Oak planks. Does it insist on being the same? Okay, so it doesn't insist on it being the same one. It was just mad because we ran out of oak. I can handle that. That should give us plenty of wood upgrades to deal with the chests for now. So let's just make them all. Gonna tell me that I'm running out of redstone dust next. It always does. Oops, hold shift in there. Void, please. There we go. Yep, I was right, redstone dust, okay. Which is fine, because we have a seed for that as well. See, this is where I'm going with that idea of potentially doing all of the redstone, or sorry, Mystaglag seeds, except for where necessary to make Mystaglag keep working. And then we're into bees, again, right? Okay, let's see. I don't really use ore for anything other than decorating, so let's see what else we need this for. Use stuffs. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave it because I can use the dust instead. Okay, we're good. We're good. Who needs more than 35? We might, but not for now. So first off, oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. Void settings. Okay, void any. Allow. I don't want void any. Void overflow. There we go. That's what I want. It allows a single slot to be filled with the item and voids anything that overflows. Single slot. Nope. Still not what I wanted. Okay, so we'll have to come back to that then, I suppose, because I'll have to manually turn these on when they overflow. And then turn them off when I've emptied the chest. That's a bit of a pain, but it's doable. I bet you. Hang on a sec here.
Hello.
I'm gonna make the advanced one and see what happens.
Hello.
Redstone. Ah. Oh, welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. We are in the process of voiding things.
Hello.
Sounds weird, but here we are. So let me just grab a little bit of redstone dust, and then before we get too far, I will pause and say hello to everybody. So redstone dust. This way, spread. Come on, spread it out. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, just to make sure we got it even set. Okay. Need lots of dust, please. Okay.
Hello?
Are we here? There we are. Okay, that should be more than enough. So, good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Welcome on in, Max and family. Flying off the top of the rope, it's a Max raid, and I am receiving said body slam. A little bit painful, you know. I could do it. Good to see all you fine folks. Thank you ever so much for dropping in. Let's see who we have to say hello to today. So welcome on in, Max, yourself. Thank you ever so much for bringing your party in. Also, as usual, thank you ever so much for your patience. It means a lot. Good day to you, ITT Tom. You know, you were an interesting topic of conversation yesterday because between you and Zerd and everybody else, I may actually be switching up the music source I use, but I need to look into it. Maybe that'll be something I play with after the weekend. I'm not sure yet. But having a different way of dealing with the audio on here might be a smart move, because I'm getting a little bit tired of the VODs that I just store at YouTube getting copyright tagged, and of late, actually quite a number of the VODs from Twitch are getting copyright tagged, even though I'm using labels like, you know, Stream Beats from Harris Heller and Stream Tunes, which is a Canadian equivalent of sorts. They're getting falsely claimed, and I just don't want to tip over that edge where it starts becoming a problem. So also good morning to Multi-Parker, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Thank you ever so much for keeping tabs on that sort of thing. So Max and crew, I'm curious, what was it you were working in today? I heard you had a pretty good sized party. I mean, now I have a pretty good sized party. And it is hopefully party time. Maybe. We'll see if we can avoid these things and get to where we're going. But please do let me know what it was you were working on. I have an idea where you were working, but not specifically the what. Party! Yeah. Party! Exactly. By the way, I believe exclamation point fireworks works for anybody in chat. So if people have needed that, that's great. What's the other piece I was looking at? I've got... There we go. Where do I do this? Okay. Okay, so also if you guys ever want to be automatically called out on your birthday when you arrive, or we can do it manually, you're also welcome to be able to do set birthday, which is kind of nice. I mean, we have a mod ability to set it as well, or override it and auto reset it, but if you ever choose to do so, exclamation point set birthday should be in there. I'm supposed to be able to override that, but it's a little flaky. So I'm going to see if Fox and I can test at least the override force for the weekend, because I'm sure that if I don't prepare for it, I'll get inundated, and I just need to be aware of that. Be careful if you do. I can share how I actually do the audio if you want to explore that route. You can watch a VOD of mine and see the result, LOL. They're pretty funny. Well, I heard about your half-hour plus of content. And I also heard I have experience with the quiet zones that may result if you're busy waiting for something that you hear that does not get saved downwards, so to speak. Okay, let's throw this one in a next box. What's in? Let's see what these settings are to start with. So we've got void any, void overflow, match item, ignore durability, ignore MBT. Sorry, the advanced void still doesn't have what I want. That's frustrating. Because what I would really like to do on these is to be able to have it fill up the whole chest and then dump any overflow, just like you would with the 1-slot boxes. But if I do, say, the 4-slot boxes, like down here, right? If I put one of the voids in there, let's steal one from here. What am I avoiding? Oh, this one, actually. This is a 1-slot box, but it will void things larger than the slot. So if I take this one and throw it in one of those 4-slot boxes, that's voiding what doesn't fit in any of those slots, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it won't fill up those slots, multiple of them first. And that's, in essence, what I was hoping for. Even if I ended up with, like, say, okay, let's stupid way, just to sort of show what I wanted. Do I have... Okay, so if I take this 4-slot drawer, 2x2, right? And if I was to... What's this? Actually, that might be a smart move, now that I think about it. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. Brains are not necessarily always what they're cracked up to be. So if I take this drawer down here, right, and I put the void upgrade in it, okay, let's say I do want more than 512, so I could upgrade the storage. There's 4.1 thousand, we're good, okay? And the flowers are flowing in nicely. Now I'm going to take these crystals, derail, and I throw the crystals in over here, okay? But I do want the iron, which is, this is actually perfect, because I can take one there and one there, okay? But because I've got the void upgrade in there, it'll fill all of these, including both of the 4.1 thousand slots for the iron before it starts dumping things. Right? I'm good with that. That's actually what I wanted now that I think about it. So, you know, that would have been sensible. But, here we go. Come on, you. Okay, go this way. And that way, I don't need to worry about having quite so much stuff in here. Let's take the... Oh, I did get in there. Yay! For some reason, that backpack wasn't opening earlier on. I don't know. Okay, and then this one I'm going to unlock it. Because I don't know why I needed to lock it. But, yeah. So that will actually make it a lot more self-managing in this section. But the point I'm trying to say is that's the effect I would like over here. So I suppose, if I have to, I could switch it all to these drawers. Make one for seeds, and one for, like that pink stuff, the fertilizer essence thing. And then I can actually expand the storage portion till I'm comfortable with it, and then void everything else. That would be possibly smart, you know? Oh, whoops. There we go. That's better. Come on. Too many flowers in my inventory. I have a... Okay, good. I've got a magnet on, so when they drop on the ground, they just follow me around like a weird asterisk. Okay, so that one's done. This one I'm just going to borrow one, just so I can take it out. There. That's better. Now I can put those away. Which gives me potentially another botany spot or another spot for traders. I mean, I could take these two guys and move them over there. We'll see. But not important at the moment. But once these boxes have been used, there's a problem with them because I just realized I did not... Oh. Did not take out... That's the one I need to keep. Okay. And then this one is not stacking because I still have the storage card in it. This one and that one are stacking now. Perfect. Okay. Anyways, that's the intent of what I'd like over here, but I'm not getting it. So it looks like I'm going to have to switch all of these boxes to being storage drawers, which is kind of annoying, but we could get there. I mean, looks like I've decided for my day it's going to be seeds and essence and stuff, because these voids just aren't able to do what I want. It says a single slot to be filled with the item and voids anything that overflows. So if I really wanted to, in that case, then I'd have to switch everything to being here, at least a gold drawer or gold chest, because that way is the first way I'm going to get a second slot on the side, and then a second slot on the side would have to have stack size upgrades to make that first slot actually hold anything more than 64. So yeah, not my idea. Hey Terrier Darts, how are you doing? Let's see, Pop Culture Party today's TV. 2 musical guests that appeared on The Simpsons. Yes, indeed. Both Kiss and Mick Jagger have, for sure. Honestly, even some weird ones like, I think they had Willie Nelson on there at one point. Which I thought was kind of odd. But then again, I mean, when you need a stereotype hippie, you know, what you gotta do. So it looks like we're gonna be playing with drawers today, apparently. So first things first, let's empty this one. Because I want all of it out, and it's going to follow me around. That's okay. Oh, actually I need to unlock the drawer. We're going to be here forever. Hello! You thought status quo too? Maybe? I haven't seen status quo, so maybe they have. It's been quite a while since I've actually watched Simpsons. I mean, and there's also, they had their own bands that were sort of like, you know, Simpsons does Spinal Tap, when it really comes down to it. Okay, let's pull this upgrade out so we can use it for storage. Excuse me. Come on, pull it away. There we go. Seems like the box wants, or the hopper wants to put in for, 32. Why are you not getting more? Oh, right, because I'm picking... See these ones following me on the ground? They're gonna, because of the magnet, they're gonna stay there till I get everything put in the box. There we go. Now it's gonna count down. You saw I was live and you were curious about the Geek Out. Time for a new Geek Out, though. Exactly, so if you've had 5 minutes, then anybody, including a viewer, can type exclamation point Geek Out. I don't think I've actually ever showed Terrier Darts, at least, hasn't seen the boxes that these come from. Give me a split second. Switch me over for a second. Okay. We are going to show you one of these real quick. So on the chat screen, for example, this is the Pop Culture Party Edition. And the cards that they come from, these are some of the regular looking ones because the other box is under a stack of things. But these are hard to see. But yeah, so it's just Geek Out like that. And then, for example, then we'll flip it around. You've got, you know, it's hard to see on screen, but you get the point. There's like 5 categories. And normally it rolls a dice, but then of course we use StreamerBot to choose the category for us. And it pulls from one of 3 editions. We've got the Geek Out base edition. They've got the Pop Culture Edition, and I don't think I've got the Disney one that I'm still, the regular one and the Disney I'm still putting in. We started with Pop Culture. I'm only missing the, what do you call it? The Family Edition, but basically it grabs a, like I've added 2 different stages to it, so it used to just simply grab a category, but now it grabs the whole game, not the whole game, sorry, the, I can't even think today now. It'll grab a category and then randomize out of that category a line from a page and so on. So I've actually had to type them in per color just to make it easier to read a random line in. And yeah, there's a lot of copy typing. It's not entirely rigged except for the fact that Fantastic Sherlock Fox is good at pop culture. Yeah, so if you want to... later on, I can post screenshots in the Discord of either yours or mine, doesn't matter, because it's relevant in both. But I can post screenshots of the actions if need be, or the export, just so you can have a look at it. It's nothing super exciting. Because I still owe you for basically working on some of the ones that I have daydreamed about. I haven't got them installed yet, because, you know, you said I wasn't ready yet. But yeah. This one, beep beep, blank coming through. It's Cards Against Humanity Family Edition, so none of the black cards are ever going to be sketchy. The only thing that can be sketchy about it is the white card solutions, which you guys write. So one would have to... diagonally. Leave it white. So the black card was beep beep, blank coming through. So now we have beep beep, stream weekend coming through. Woohoo! And that's worth a fireworks, isn't it? Oops, if I can spell correctly. There we go. I love that one. It's one of my favorites. It's not triggered. It's actually triggered the exclamation point purely so it doesn't set off all the time. Because I have had people discuss. Beepy Beeperson. So I was actually going to discuss, or some people have asked me in chat all about the fireworks, and then that would trigger it far too often. So that's why I kept the exclamation point in there. Beside the fact that most of the other bots seem to prefer having exclamation point for commands, so it's what a lot of viewers are used to. Where are we here? Okay, back down to square one. So I need to convert. What is in here? Yeah, that's just carrots, right? Yes, and it's going to allow 32,000, so I'm okay there. I'm not going to overflow that one. So I need to start by converting drawers, building drawers, because apparently these 32 void upgrades, oops, that I just spent materials on, are not going to do what I want. That's okay. We'll find a use for them at some point. I don't like that they do that because they're designed to go in, the chests. So for one spot to start voiding everything beyond that, that's, yeah, not happy. Okay, so we're gonna need a bunch of these other voids. So I don't need those. I need functional storage. Gets me the drawers. So then I want the biggest slot numbers that I can get, and then we'll just expand how much they hold. So let's start with yoke drawers, sure, because I have... this is not one of the ones that makes drawers out of drawers. Okay. Let's see what I can do with the U's on these ones. Let's see if there is a conversion. Framed, compacting. Useful in some spots, but not at the moment. Drawers to make void upgrades. Oh, well that might be useful. What we've got. Simple compacting. It's 2-slot compacting, basically. So it'd be the basic and then the compacted version, which might work for things, how do I think about that? I could keep the essence as essence, but I could create them that go through a process where the essence gets shoved into something that will craft them into being the item and then deal with that. But some of the recipes are 8 and some of the recipes are 9, so I can look into doing that. I just don't understand it well enough yet. Pusher upgrade. I may need puller upgrades. We'll see. Pullers. Framed. So framed ones basically just means you can use whatever wood you want on the outside and change the texture. I don't like them. Framed things in some other mod packs have caused a bunch of lag, and aside from the fact that I'm standing in a savanna, so acacia is plentiful, excuse me, dealing with orange is okay, and I can hopper plenty others, so it's alright. Armory cabinet. Huh. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to bookmark that because I've never made one. So, yeah. Basically, I suspect it's a closet. What's this? Ender drawer. Oh, okay, yeah. So they act a little bit like ender chests, which, I mean, if I've got enough backpack space, I just carry things with me and pray that it's not going to get destroyed. Redstone upgrades. I don't know what I would want one for. Okay. Expansions. Storage controller. Okay, I know what that is. A downgrade. I'm not sure why I'd want to downgrade the slots. Collector upgrades. Oh yeah, so it seems to make it have its own, basically its own magnet ability. Buff Geek Out, I don't think I've ever seen it. Which one was that? Or did Fantastic Shopbox change it? I'm just kind of curious what the Geek Out was, because I missed that one. Oh, skip that one. Okay, you can tell me later. That's fine. And yeah, if you can let me know later what that one was, because we can also decide whether or not it's on the edge. One character from live action. For the live action Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh, I see. Yeah. I know. I can tell you Rick Moranis starred in it. That's all I know about it. And it's been years and years since we were in Disney World when that was a thing, as in it actually mattered. Lord of the Rings for dwarves, for sure. 2 franchises? I mean, come on. Snow White, classic. Done. So I'm going to take this streamer's prerogative and hit the Geek Out button. But I've got Pop Culture Party movies. 4 films with a stakeout. Stakeout. Lethal Weapon, I think? I don't know if Harry Potter has dwarves. You know, I never thought about that. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe. I don't know if we actually talk about dwarves in Harry Potter per se. My brain wants to think house elves, and that's not the same thing. Tango and Cash had a stakeout? Yep. I mean, one could sort of say the Sting, but that's not really a stakeout. That's more of a, I guess, trap. Police Academy, that's all they did in some of them. I could have sworn, based on the number of police academies we had, that there was at least one where they were telling the main characters to shut up because that one guy was just making sounds. Okay, so we've got the locker. So I'm going to need the void upgrades. That's part of the point to this whole thing. So I'm going to convert the 3 drawers we've got then into apparently 2 up. Whoa, that's why. We only had 2 drawers in storage. Okay, so now we have 5 upgrades to work with. And then we can make a whole ton more of the bigger drawers. Let's see, what color do we want? Why not? Let's go Acacia. And the reason I'm going Acacia is because I actually really like the darker trim on the edge of them. Excuse me just a second, I'm going to need to cough. I don't know if it's fall allergies or if it's the camp crud that we pick up every time you go, you know, smoke and whatnot. Or if it's something else, but that was just nasty. Okay, so we need to have... It's complaining about planks. You would think... Okay. Acacia. Clear this. We have more planks than we know what to do with. Which is fine. In there. Okay, now stop telling me I don't have planks. This way. This way. I'm going to be told I don't have enough chests, actually. So let's make chests instead. These. I'm trying to remember. Chest. Acacia chest, sure. Acacia chest is look like normal ones. Oh, whoops, no, I need this type. Alright. Logs there, that's what I'm looking for. We can get a bunch of chests. Right now we can make these other drawers, that's what I'm looking for. Hot Fuzz has a stakeout? Yep. And Turner, oh yes, Turner and Hooch actually is a cop flick. The part I keep thinking about Turner and Hooch is when the dog is like eating the chair. Like, or eating the headrest off of his car. And the guy's not too impressed. Okay, there we go. Let's get this party started. Start with 1 stack of 64 because we may not need more than that for long. Yeah, and I'm going to need a ton of copper, so we're going to see if we can get ourselves a copper seed fairly quickly, because that's going to become essential. Let's start with the ones that we need to do this to first. Actually, let's just start with the oldest one, just because I happen to be here. So I'm taking out the chest, which has a lot of stuff in it, and I'm going to put this one down, and then I need to add an upgrade, and then a void, and then for each of these we're going to put essence. I'll put it twice, and we're going to have this one there, and hopefully a seed will show up before these end up in the third slot, but if they do, they do. Alright, so that's where we're going to head with these. I think that's going to be our best bet overall. Excuse me. Okay. What did I say I wanted? Copper? Yes. The reason I need the copper is because I'm going to run out of these, but I have a bunch of copper in storage. It's just we need to make them. But it's there we go. Oh, whoops. And bookmark on the void ones. Let's take that off. We don't need these. I'll deal with that later. Oh, actually, didn't want the hammer. Oh well. Okay, so that's really where we're going to start, is basic cleanup, right? There, enjoy. All right, so let's walk through. Yeah. This one, and I need to. Uh-oh, that's not good. Diagonally, yes. I'm sorry, Mrs. Sanchez, but I couldn't finish my homework because of blank. Oops. So this one. Come on. No, not that. Wish there was a way to do it all at once, but without a controller system, it's not going to happen, and I really don't want to have to connect these to controllers. All right. These I want. So this one up there, and this one up there. Awesome. Let's see. I'm sorry, Mrs. Sanchez. I couldn't finish my homework because of I stayed up all night watching Dylan wrestle on Twitch. Well, it made me laugh. That's good. I like that one. But we have enough storage. Oops. Void. There we go. Okay. So these can go here, here, here. Oops. Come on. That's the right thing. These. Right, so those are mystical flower seeds. So I can actually make any mystical flower I need with them, which is helpful. There we go. All right. So in essence, then we have 2 slots for the product. The drawer's about. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. I wish you could switch these, but didn't think about that. It was, yeah, so I got 2 slots for the product the drawer's about. And I'll put it over there. There we go. And then one for the seeds, which can be converted into more essence if we need to. And then we've expanded it so that each of them can hold about 4,000 of whatever it is, and we'll void the excess. Except I forgot the void on this one. There we go. All right. Slow and steady, but we're going to make it through. This one has a stupid amount. Uh-oh. Can't break it because it would cause too many item entities to drop from it. Consider packing tape or break it while... Oops. Consider packing tape or break it while sneaking to skip this check. Oh, break it while sneaking, okay. So I have to sneak, let's shift. Wow, that is insane. This one, let's put the void upgrade in first because problem, you know, and all that. That one. There we go. All right, so now let's get this product here, and start putting it away because I'm gonna have a problem if I don't get pink. Actually, I'm just force it to drop from something else. It's not grabbing me the seeds yet, which is challenging because I want the seeds to make sure I don't overflow into another slot. Come on. I wish I could do this all at once, though. Ooh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. There's the pink. And I got the seeds. Excellent. That'll work. Uh-oh, wording extra. That's not what I want to do. Now that's an interesting question is, will it take that slot over the extra slot there? I don't know. Well, even if I only got 4.1 thousand, that's still better than kicking the pants, so whatever. It's a start. Okay. Let's put these down there. Oak iron chests. You can go in there for now. Yeah. Right, so slow. What's this? Skip that check. This one. There, we want upgrade. Void. Uh-oh, ran out of void upgrades. We're gonna let you go 0, 1. Come on. Seeds and the pink stuff. Come on. There we go. Okay. So I made the boo-boo on some of these by filling up the left-hand one first, because now that I think about it, I'll take a look. Bottom one would be slot 1. Bottom right is slot 0. So I think it should fill slot 0 first. 0, 1, and the top right is 2 and 3. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. So hopefully it will get to that 0. They'll probably be voiding extra. We'll find out whether this one goes up. If it doesn't, we have a problem, but this one's the other way around. So if this right-hand one goes up, then we're okay. So yeah, I need to figure out which direction is which. But we're going to need more void upgrades. Let's start with what we've got to begin with, because there's a lot more space. So, go with that. This one, get our expander in here. Yoink. Here. Oh, we've got one of the most awesome games under the sun. I'm loving the way this new Hangman works out. I still had the problem with the CSS showing as the wrong item. Cascade style sheet says in like the spacing was gibbled, but I think I've got it figured out. I did take Pterodart's upgrade that he'd offered, try and get the end part spacing figured out, but haven't had much luck with it, so I just tweaked it a little bit myself. It's not a big deal. Just that our definition got wrapped weird. So you may see some strange stuff, but you may not. Okay, this one there. You'd think I'd put all the pink in one spot, but it's going to keep producing in a per box way anyways, so I might as well just have a slot for it. And these ones up here are just plants for other things, so I'm going to start with the mystical stuff and then we'll sort the rest later. Storage. Excuse me. Pink can go up there. Seeds can go over there. And then just the essences. Okay, we're good. So it means that we actually have a good amount of space to keep collecting this stuff while we do our builds, and then we can come and clean up the lack of void things later. This one, it's a bit of a slow system, I'm afraid. Oops, okay. What is it that's in here? Why do I have extra? This is netherite seeds. Where did the steel essence come from? This one? Nope, that's silver. I apparently had steel essence kicking around, following me, and I didn't realize it. This one. I didn't realize I had steel. What's this? You're steel, right? Right. That room. I don't know. Lives 4. Well, can anybody guess that word? It's actually, it says lives 9. The font's a bit weird. That's one where I hope you can figure out what it is. You know? Quartz-enriched iron seeds. There we go. Part of where this whole thing started getting too many items is not just the limestone, although I like these ones. These are the light limestone, whereas the ones the bees were producing was dark, so I may have to get the limestone bee back. I didn't finish that project. But part of it was the limestone that was clearly jammed up. Crossed with... Oh, this way. Yoink. There we go. Crossed with the water, the water seeds. I think I've taken out water seeds and clay seeds, and they're in the main system. And the reason I took them out was because if you get dirt, I think dirt seeds and water seeds, you can make clay, like an unlimited amount of clay. It's really, really nice. It's just that you have a lot of it really fast. What am I looking for? This. There. Now better. Okay, got it. And these don't have any voids upgrades on them, so we're making sure we're not accidentally losing more. Yeah. So I may be losing some. My bad if I am. Let's see. This one. The other part about this is I can lock it, and then that means if I get down to 0 in any of these categories, like say I take all the seeds out and convert them, then I don't have to worry about having the box forget what it is in that particular slot. And we're out of copper upgrades too. Okay, that's fine. Pardon me. We have a little bit. I'd love to... Yeah, can't shift. What about this? Control. Can I do this? Nope, still does only 64 at a time. I don't want to put controller upgrades on, like a controller on this system, but I might have to, just because then I've got a central spot I can double click and it sucks out everything valid from the whole system all at once. But then that makes the second row a bit of a pain, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this one. What's in here? Too much. Okay, so I can't do that one yet until I get more upgrades. We're getting there slowly. I mean, it's preparation, right? You can call it preparation for the weekend. Okay, so I needed the upgrades and the armor caps. Now, even though the upgrades, we have other options, like gold ones, you need to have the copper one to start. It just makes everything bigger. So we still need the copper ones regardless. Which requires more drawers. Okay. Then we need copper blocks. Fun. Alright. Which means we're just going to have to convert all our copper. And that would be a not endless supply. So let's try mystical and get ourselves a seed going. So, copper seed. We need... It's level 3, so we need at least a level 3 farmland. So the faster the better. Which means we need, 4 pieces of copper easy peasy, and 4 essence, and so there's the base. This one, that's our limiting point right now, is this prosperity stuff. Because I have to go get the bee going, but I have my spares, my emergency set. So 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, you're a genius! Woo! It was little! Just a small amount. Okay, I don't have forking around, so mystical... No, not mystery. Not that direction, we're going this way. There's the 4 I need. Alright. Let's go and build this puppy. I'm really enjoying that new version. Like, the only change I have to make to it, actually, let's just do that. Slight derail, just because we can. 1, 2, I'm just gonna put these away, and then I'm gonna slight derail and just add a shadow box, small one, nothing, it'll just be not even shaped at this point in time, just to make sure that I've got a dark enough background to continue playing the game no matter where I'm standing. Sort of like we have on the Geek Out. So while that's doing that, we will stare at a zebra for a minute, right? Or not, as the zebra goes hiding. Hey, you. We want to stare at you for a bit. There we go. Give me a split second. Where did I put that one? That's in minigames. Properties. Background color. 50. Okay. And then I have to take a look. I think I put... Yeah, there we go. Copy that one. Close. Where did I put Hangman? Properties? Oh, nope, not that one. Filters. I'm on the wrong screen, so that doesn't help anybody. Paste. Close. Okay, that's gonna be a little bit weird. I'm just taking a quick break here, and properties on this one. I just have to make sure that I've got a shadow in behind. Nope, I did that wrong, so it's not going to work. That's okay. I'll have to fix it later. I just realized that although it seems textual in my brain, it's not quite textual per se. It's a web page thing. So yeah. Brain no worky today. That's okay. That's okay. Because we're back live. So now we've got the copper seeds. We need to start growing said copper seeds and then attack the other copper in storage. So do I have any pots? I'd made some in advance. No. Okay, so we need one of these. We need a hopper. Really? Okay, I need terracotta. Oh! Well, that's not good. Okay, so I need to grab, go to yellow one, red, orange. Yes, we'll use one of these, because I think I only have one piece of soap. Oh, I got 4. Okay, that's fine. I only needed 1. We'll change the color of this one to original. Close that. And I need, where's the other 4? Yellow, terracotta. I need to have a 5 to make the pot. And then I need to make hoppers. Right, I thought I had them, but I didn't. And I have 2 options really. If I was using a regular chest, I could actually use one of those ones we had before and put a hopper upgrade in it, but that doesn't work so well when you're doing with the drawers, so we could put the other type of hopper upgrade in that. That's just another whole round of foofra. This is actually a lot easier. Or fictional high schools. River High. Yep. So River High, Hawkins from Stranger Things. Technically Hogwarts is a high school because there is no post-secondary. And what else have we got? Dude, I'm trying to remember the one from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh, not my memory day today, apparently. So we're probably going to need a couple of these, but let's just go with what we got. 3, 4, 5, 6. There, we got half a dozen for later. Clear it. But then there's, there's Degrassi as well, but that's a very Canadian thing. And I need to make yellow dye. I just have to know the right... no, not out of that. This one, right down the center. Okay, so that's dye essence. We have that. That's part of what all this project is about. Okay, where did the dye essence go? This one. I just need... Oops, nope, I need 3 pieces. We're going to end up with a a pot set that's ugly. These are red, right? Let's not make it. I can only need 3 pieces, but I don't need them if I'm using red.
Hello there.
That's red, I have a gazillion poppies. Poppies! Great, you could make it. And I feel dumb too because I just made, should have made the terracotta red instead of yellow. So now I need my soap back. All 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. To make these plain, and then I need to make them red. Oh shoot, how did I do that? Is that an 8 again? Let's be on this one. To 8. 1 to 8. You would. Okay, let's see what I got. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine, let's make it all red. Sure. So then I need to make soap. Lovely. Soap. More soap. Yes, I know I'm missing the bucket. I know, I can handle that. One of these things about modded Minecraft, pardon me, is it always goes around in circles. Right, there's always some sort of super chain for things. Now this one, because it doesn't consume the bucket, I couldn't have just dumped all of the buckets of water in the inventory. It wouldn't actually replace. Okay, so now that we have soap, I can put the non-plain ones. We got 1, 2, 3, so now we're up to 7, to 8. And by the way, the soap is what I've been using, or what I've been making out of all the ash when I accidentally set the roof on fire. Karate Kid of Valley 1, 2. I think so, but I can't remember what that one was called. Might have been Valley High. Okay, so now I have plain terracotta. The question becomes, do I actually want plain buckets or red ones? I'm really enjoying the red, so let's just go with the red. We're going to have to make some more terracotta, as you can clearly see, but we'll get there. So there would make me a botany pot, but then I get the hopper botany pot this way. Close that up, and I need insanium, this stuff, because I want to make a piece of farmland. And I need the dirt. This, I'm going to skip the song, because it's part of the Halloween list.
There.
I didn't realize we got 1 minute into it, but it started to creep me out when something was mysteriously laughing in the background. Like, no, just not going there. Nothing's going to laugh like that. Okay. Now I'm aware that we don't have the upgrades for our drawer for the brand new one, but, you know, them's the breaks. Okay, so this can go back in here. That we're gonna need red anyways. All right. Copper. Let's go. It's like, I have the windows. I like having the windows. I don't want to stop having windows. So now I need to figure out where I want to put it. I guess it's up here. You can start making your stuff. And this one can go here. And then we have to deal with it when we get too much stuff. That's fine. So we need our upgrades and our voids, right? Sorry, I don't know why I'm so scratchy today. So we needed, for these, it has to be blocks and ingots, right? Or short the blocks. Start with making a whole ton of blocks, and then we'll make a bunch more ingots out of that. So how many can we make out of this now? That far. 2. Well, could be worse. Okay, so then... Copper. One of the best ways... I just had a bloop pop up. Do I ever have moments when you're doing something in OBS, but not streaming, and someone follows or does something and your alert makes you jump? No, but that's because one of the things that I do as part of my ending screen, like when it actually stops the... what do you call it? When it actually stops stream at the very end for me, so it auto shuts it off. One of the things it actually does is it switches the... Oh, actually, no, you're right. I've just, now that I think about it, but I used to have it switch the output source, the one that I listen to, sort of my monitoring catch-all. I actually used to have it mute that, but now that I think about it, no, I don't. I've just never had it happen. Yeah, I've honestly just never had it happen, now that I think about it. Although I've had times where I'm in-game, and something else will happen from a streamer I'm watching who's playing the same game. And that can be fun and a half, because when they... Let's go circle. This is why I had these bookmarked, because I need to make a whole ton of them. Sticks! Really? I don't have sticks? Okay. That's not a problem. First off, before I do that, I'm going to go steal sticks from these tree boxes, because it's going to give me space to work. Okay, these are the ones that they also need to be upgraded too, right? You can see that we've got extra stuff. And this one doesn't even have room for sticks. And nor does that one. Sticks are probably all hanging out in the botany pots. Okay, can I have hammers now, please? Thank you. Come on. Oh, they're not going to stack? Really? 3, 4, 5, 6. That won't last long. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whole dozen ought to do it. And 1 to use right away. Yeah. Okay, so the copper down here with this one. There we go. These ones. I'm trying to remember if I use those. Oh. But yeah, I've had little things happen where somebody else will play the same game I'm playing, and then they will get one out of that. They'll have one of the mobs go, and it'll scare me senseless until I realize, wait a minute, the mob is actually, I didn't think about this properly. The mob is actually not able to chase me in this game because of the gear I'm wearing. I don't know why my brain was doing that. These, I know they can smelt them. Okay, they come from there, any ore I want, so I can do the same thing. Oh, with an engineering hammer. Huh. That's interesting. But I only get 1. I'm just curious, is there any other way to get more than 1? So I can do these and get 2, but I can do better than that, I think. Because if I was to mine them with a fortune pick, I think I can get more than that. I'm going to risk it. Let's try it on these 8. So rather than getting 2, so instead of getting 16, I put these down 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. There we go. And fortune pick. This one, yes. So then I'm looking for more than 16, right? That probably should have been a prediction, but I think smarter people than me. Yeah. So each of these raw coppers, that was a much smarter idea. Let's put that away for now. So each of those raw copper items, though, I put them in, and I can get far more out of it. So yeah, definitely was a win. Good to see you, Mama Bear. Be right back. Download something and it froze your stream. Give me a few minutes, please. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. I understand that though, because there seems to be a limit on how low your stream can drop before it doesn't just buffer, it freezes entirely. You know, I really should put a smiley face or something on the bottom of that mug. Not to hide the branding, but just to, what was it? Oh! Just to have it do something interesting when I bottom up like that. Okay, so this one is going to be a bit of a pain to do all at once, but hey, maybe we can run a prediction on that. Let me get the ore smelting, and then we'll see about that. So these, I wonder if I can multiply them any further. I don't think so. They can just become other things, right? Smelt, yeah, they just become that, which is fine. This one, yep, same thing. Okay, so it looks like with the equipment I've got, I'm not getting to multiply it further, although that was reasonable. So I'm okay with that. So then what I'm gonna do is grab one of these acacia chests that we've been hoarding now and put the hopper upgrade in it to shove it down. There, oops. And I'll put that up here. Oh, phooey. And something higher. There we go. There. So this one gets the hopper upgrade to send it downwards, and I put all of these inside. And I'm going to need another one. Same thing. Because I'm lazy, that's why. And we're going to put it down at the bottom. There we go. So that means that when this is done... Oops, well, that won't work. This is done. It should be able to eject items out the bottom. Output. There we go. And I can let it auto-eject. So all of these should be going down here, and it turns out I don't need a hopper upgrade if it's auto-ejecting. Let's save that one. I'll probably want it later. So we're going to have the copper doing its thing and going into the bottom. Alright, so that's that. Now, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, I don't know if you're available to make the prediction or not, but we have math. 64, 128, and then 38, 48, 51, I believe. 151.
Hello.
How many? So we're going to, let's do some evens or odds. I think we'll do a series of them. And this is versus it's not going to be super fast, guys, so apologies in advance. But this is versus a Fortune 5 pick. I know we're going to run out of space in my inventory. And actually what I'm going to do, I have to go grab a couple. Did I get all of the... Okay. Need to waste one because I need to just get a raw copper. There we go. Okay, there we go. That should make a nice even number, though. So we're going to be doing copper ore. It's overworld copper ore versus a Fortune 5 pick. Now there will be some patience required because it's not anything faster than a what do you call it? Gold. But we'll see if we can get it to cooperate. I'm also going to hide it by throwing them in a dank. So hopefully, I'm going to do this. Lock it. And then I'm just writing a note on my own here to -15 at the end because that's going to force it odd. So pull 15 out of it. All right. So you're even or odd Fortune 5 versus 151 copper ore. Yeah. It's going to take a bit to do, but that's what we're aiming for. And hopefully the pick will survive, if crossing my fingers. It shouldn't be too bad, but we'll have to see. we can make it work. It's got mending, so yeah. And let's go vertical. So what level am I at? Y level? 72? Yeah, that should be able to work. Ads! I'm sorry. So, well, maybe not ads. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I just can't talk today. Let's do this down by the bay. Where the silly fish grow. Okay. Down here, just because we've got a little bit more space to work vertically. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Lag, and I haven't even done anything yet. That's not good. Two, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. I hope I brought my broom or my umbrella. Either that or the wireless thing hasn't gone out. We'll see. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get very dizzy doing this, I'm sure. We'll have to see if I have to turn off my magnet or not. I'm hoping it'll end up in the dank correctly. We'll block out the hot bar just in case. Find another mountain range. Oh, I see. Sorry, I missed that. Let me back up for just a split sec. What did I... Go all the way back. I'm sorry I missed your arrival from Springer Shadow. My apologies. So, hey there. Hey everybody, got it. Okay. No, I didn't miss much. That's good. Got here just in time. You're down by the bay. Whoops. Yeah. Well, this spot, it's not even a bay, truthfully, but I treat it that way. So we're going to be fortuning 151 copper ore in modded, so we have a fortune 5 pick. However, the bad news, that's the good news. So 151. Now we already know we've got 15 toward that number, because it was 151 to start with, and I blew 1 to get that 15 to hold the dank. So we know we've got 15 to start. We're starting odd. And I need to block this slot, just in case it picks up in here. And hopefully this golden pickaxe won't drive us all crazy. I was going to do 1 stack vertically, but I thought, yeah, no, that might not work too well, so let's... I hope it's going into the dank. I'm actually deadly tempted to check, but the problem is, if I do that, it ruins the whole thing. I found another mountain range, but I've discovered 2 spawners near each other, and I got distracted seeing what kind of XP farm I can make from it. Totally forgot I'm supposed to be looking for deep dark. Well, lucky you. Oh, what sorts of spawners are they? I mean, some spawner types are awesome. They're fun to work with. Some spawner types, as you guys are aware, I hate. But deep dark? Yeah, not somewhere I'd be going. If you still don't know what to do with it, by the way, Poodle, uh-oh, that's not good news. You give me a quick sec? I just don't want to spoil it for you.
Hello? Hello?
I don't want to spoil what's going on, and it looks like my magnet is beating the dank. So, yeah. Gotta make sure. I forgot to turn the dank on. That's the embarrassing part. Yellow. Okay. Whoops. So the prediction is even or odd. But Fortune 5 versus 101 copper ore. We are in the process of grabbing, because I didn't think about waiting till the prediction closed. You know, that would be sensible. I'm also hoping the pick makes it. It probably will. so my inventory got too full and it was starting to stick to me because of the magnet. Hey, Lorenzo! Welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am taking down a tower to deal with a prediction. We need a lot of copper ore because I'm dealing with switching. Jen! Hello! Thank you, Jen. I will indeed do all of those things.
Hello.
So welcome on in, Raiders. So, Lorenzo, please do let me know what it was you were working on today. I have often wondered what it is that you find appealing about the fact that I play modded, or that maybe it's me, who knows. Because, frankly, I haven't seen your modded stuff, so, like, I don't know if that even appeals to you or not. Okay, so, while we are saying hello to people, I might as well stand around and mend my picks and things, because there's just a little bit of XP to get. Okay, so, I apologize for leaving you guys on the Be Right Back screen. I really did not want to spoil how much of the ore was getting converted in that prediction, and yes, I know I was chattering through it. So welcome back, Lorenzo. Welcome back, Raiders, and Jen! Welcome back again. Alright. Everything's mended up, and let's ditch the excess. You know how I do this. I still think I should grab myself a mending for that shovel, but I'm too disorganized. In the meantime, so we had, there's a stretch. Ooh, that you heard that pop. That was my shoulder. Everything's crickety, crackety, crunchety. Pop, pop, crackle, pop, crackle, crackle, snap, pop, snap, right? And then there is a hydrate all around.
2, 4, 6, 8,
Everybody hydrate. And a posture check all rolled in one. All right. We've got 2 ounces of water, so you're the first hydrate this stream, although I will admit I've been being kind of free with the 10-ounce coffee. So let's say hi to anybody else we may have missed. Oops. Wow, okay. Gotta get rid of the pinned items on my screen. Okay. Good to see you, Jen. Good to see you, just Loopy. Always fun. And welcome in, Lorenzo. Was in Slackville today working on the centerpiece to your base. Yes. And I think you did tell us the other day, I think. But is the centerpiece to your base a surprise, or is it something in particular you're working on? Like a decorative piece or something functional? The Create mod stuff has been fun to watch, but not something for me. Plus, I play on my phone, so not Java for me. Ah, true, I understand that. Via people like Foxy and such, have you thought about playing some of the other sort of mod things, or some of the, I guess, faux modded Bedrock maps? Like, for example, I think there's a stone block map available for Bedrock, which should work on your phone if I understand correctly. Of course, though, the sad part about the add-ons format and being maps is that for some of the major packs that were free for Java, unfortunately, everybody involved is getting money out of it on the Bedrock side, in most cases. Not in all, but in most cases. And that's a little disappointing, because I'd love to be able to see more people enjoy themselves, but there we go. Centerpiece. Fantastic Shock Fox. I'm starting to wonder if you're multi-parking. That's fine. Yes, oh right, you did say that. The giant crimson fungus. Right, I do remember that. You know, part of it, between seeing different people doing their things and so many different things that can be done, I often get confused. So it's not unusual. Not unusual? Anyways, I often get confused about what's going on. Okay, so today in Modded, what we are doing is, well, first off, let's see how many XP I should claim out of this block. Oh, it's full. Okay. And full is apparently 37 levels. One of these days... Did anybody agree with me we have a problem? I think I know what happened. Okay, well, we have a problem to solve. That might be the weekend's issue. So what has happened here, I was trying to figure out why I started having too many cows, and now I have too many pigs and too many everybody's. And yeah, is that the feeders are not out of energy, but the machine that pulls the babies away is out of energy. This one, right? I can get a temporary fix for that, it's not a big deal, but this one is also out of energy, so the ones that takes the babies as they grow to adults and puts them in here for the mob thing to destroy, which is running off of the solar, that's out of energy too. So what I really need to do this weekend is actually run cables from the solar, because I have too much energy here anyways, underground and just feed these two. It's easy enough, but it's not a 20-minute thing, so I'm going to keep going with what we were up to, which was... Sorry, I have a very itchy nose now. Let's walk back. Easy way. So today what I'm actually doing is taking out the storage chests and converting them all to storage drawers. And the reason for that, of course, is we have the 4 slots, so we get 2 for the product, and then when that gets full, we can throw in a void upgrade, which I think I'm throwing in too early, so I'll have to pull these out. But throwing in a void upgrade so that I don't end up with anything more than like 4 grand in, or 8.2 grand, I guess, in essence. So that's the idea behind the plan. It's not ideal at the moment, but it's far better than it was before. I will need void upgrades for all of these, but I'm just getting rid of them for now because I want to fill up the bottom 2 slots or get pretty close to it. It looks like the ones with the void upgrades in them, once the left-hand slot was full, it dumps them, so I don't want to do that. So, I need copper to do all these things. This is why I went into the tank system. So as you can see there, it was an even or odd prediction. And we've got 1,656. So that was definitely an even. So when the Champion of the Hill is over in about 15 seconds or so, by the time we congratulate everybody and such, then we will close out that prediction. Now, Fantastic Fox, did you predict in that? Because if you did, I will close it out. If you did not, then you could close it out. But yeah, I needed a lot of copper. But we're not done yet. You did? Okay, so I'll close this one out. Platforms, predictions, fresh. So we had 2 people say even, 1 say odd, and let's resolve that with even. All right. So Fantastic Sherlock Fox and Mama Bear 65. Between the two of them split a total of 4,300 points. Not bad. Not bad at all. So there's 1.7k. Oops. I actually have to get them out of here. In a couple of stages, right? Wink. There. Okay. Now let's get the rest. Oh, nope, not there. Come on. Blank wall, please. Thank you. Takes a bit to get it all put away. There we go. And then I need to turn off the dank, or it's going to keep picking things up. So that's part 1. Next step, these hammers. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. So let's make a bunch. Oops. What did I do here? I don't know what I did. It's okay. Let's grab... I need another hammer. Come on. These hammers don't last very long, that's why I made a dozen of them. But they don't stack, so I can't just grab the whole stack of them. Alright, sounds good. How long am I running today? Good question. That's a very, very good question. Because I have things to do, I don't know. So I'll give you a minute or two to think about that. These are going, I'm just gonna run out my hammers. These are going into the system, as you can see. But I should probably pause and just throw these in here. They can all smelt up. Yeah. Let's run through the hammers. So on a Thursday, often I would run long, particularly if I've got things to do to prep for the weekend. But, and here's the weird part. We've talked about how in Canada it's Remembrance Day on the weekend, and we have ceremonies and such, particularly with scouts and so on, so that we can there we go. These can go up there. And if I take this one, give me a sec here, eject input on the top. Take this one out. Does it keep pulling? No, it doesn't. Okay. So let's put that back in. But we've talked about how I've got that on the weekend. Well, unfortunately, you know, that, as with a lot of ceremonies and stuff, Scouts wants to carry flags, right? Makes sense? Problem is, I was a doofus last weekend and accidentally had the bag of flag holsters, like it's a leather strap with a little cup thing attached to the bottom to put your bottom of your flagpole into. Helps to distribute the weight and all that. And I accidentally left our bag of flagpole holsters at the camp because it wasn't even supposed to get unpacked, but it got into one of our food dry good boxes by mistake. Ooh, Stampede to the hill. Okay, not used to it that quickly, but that works perfectly fine. Always welcome to redeem that anytime you like. Whoa, what did I see here? Little Pirate made the advancement Crime in Town by killing 10 villagers. Wow! Wow! I mean, I can kind of understand why if looking for something in particular, but goodness. You know, I can't really think of a nice way to say anything about that. Oh, it was actually 10 wandering traders. Okay. I get it. For some reason, Poodle was telling me yesterday, they have a weird excess of wandering traders in their area, and aren't quite sure why. Alright, so we've got those now. Let's see how far we can get with the copper upgrades. What do I need? More ingots. Let's put some ingots in. Okay, these ones. Copper upgrades. How far can I get? What did I lose? Uh-oh. Drawers! Ha ha ha. Drawers, okay. So these can be just about any drawer you like, which means I now need to make a basic... Nope, not that. Basic drawer. Okay. Any basic drawer. Let's go with... Acacia ones just because I've got them. Which needs chests, which needs... Oh, lordy. Okay, go this way. So let's make some basic drawers. And then there we go. We're going to need some more of those, but that's alright. This one. That. And then I ran out of blocks of those. So copper... copper blocks. Congratulations, Springer Shadow. That worked out well. You found out why you got them. Springer... So Poodle Pirate says that CJ Bot, aka Lava King, put down a spawner. I didn't even know those existed, so obviously I learned something new. And put down a spawner for wandering traders. Wow, CJ. Just wow. Seriously, dude? Okay, let's... Oops, not what I want. I want these. Just make a block. There we go. Can I get another 32, maybe? 35 will do. That's fine. Okay, so now I just need to get these ingots. We're a little bit behind on that one because I need more than that. 14. That'll get me a few more minutes. So we're good. And that'll be good for a few more minutes, I suppose, because I don't need that one. And I have not taken down one of the bigger drawers yet. Okay. Or bigger thingies. Thingies, yes, there we go. Thingies is not the word. You hadn't noticed you want a hill race with a teapot. It's very apropos, isn't it? It works. Sorry. So anyways, the reason I wasn't sure if I was running long, I will go to the top of the hour one way or the other. The reason I wasn't totally sure if I was going to run long was because the holsters, if I left them at camp, it's about an hour each way, and that's if I can get in touch with the person who manages the camp to get access to it, as in like the place, you know, understandably would be locked, which is not ideal. Pick it up. There we go. Okay, so now I can change this to only what's already in there and drop it all at once. Whoops. Okay, that was less than ideal. I threw the dank that was supposed to pick these up on the ground. Wow. Not the brightest move I've made today. There, okay. Scroll shift, drop that on the ground. Drop this on the ground. There, now the dank's picking it up. Drop that and this. They should end up in inventory. Perfect. Perfect. All right.
Hello. Hello.
Ugh. I don't think that that's an appropriate username here, just because somewhere in North America that is a valid telephone number. So you may want to consider lurking for this stream. If you want to watch, you're welcome to hang out and watch. I'm okay with that. But I'm a little uncomfortable because of it being a valid phone number. Oops, no, those. I want to hit these on the frame and just get one in there. There we go. And what did I just do with my bow? That's the wrong spot. So sorry about that. I don't mean to be a pill, but I really don't feel comfortable with your username. Dang. Okay, now this becomes turn it off and drop it all on the ground. Dropping these all on the ground because they belong in the thing on the floor. This is not the best way to do this. I should have done it differently, but I'm here now. Oh, not control. What? Nothing in there, right? Shift Q. Yeah, if I do it this way, I do it all, or it's not working. I'll Shift Q. The dank. Q, 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 Q. I can do it all at once this way, dropping all the similar stuff. But it keeps coming around in circles because I just realized, duh, about a magnet. You know, using a brain might help here. Okay, so let's go 64 here and there. There's a big old battle going for biggest fan, I see. Yeah, that one, it's kind of a funny one because that one probably, I should find a good period at which to reset that one. You know, that would be sensible. Yeah. Now it's going to go around in circles again. So yeah, using it with the dank, I thought I was being smart. Turns out I'm not. But canteen in the corner. Sure, why not? What's the current cooldown? Oh, it might be every 10 seconds, I guess? What did it say? Let me just see. Current cooldown prediction. We're almost here. Channel point rewards. Biggest fan. Nope, there should be no global cooldown on the channel reward for that one. but I have no idea where this is going. That's interesting. So normally, okay, the way the biggest fan works is that the way this works is that when you redeem it, it becomes more expensive. Okay, that's the way it's designed to. Where did biggest fan get to now? Wow, it goes down the list in, like, of course, more expensive because I think they're sorted by how much it costs. So we're now at 740 points. So that's been around for a while. But once you claimed it, okay, you get your name there. And I have to have a little bit of a smile because the last person to claim biggest fan happens to be the person whose name was already on it. So that says something really cool about them being my biggest fan, right? But yeah, often we end up with a biggest fan back and forth. It's also possible that may have been a hangover where we have said Elon Poppins, I think, was the one who claimed it yesterday. The current cooldown. Okay, so so on my screen now it comes up as biggest fan Mama Bear 65 was claimed by Mama Bear 65. But I've seen it back and forth and it can be a bit of a mess. Okay, so let's see if we can get this stuff at least put away. And now I know not to do it with a dank, because that's a waste of time. Because this is not what I wanted. So I wanted to go Control Shift Q, and it drops them, but I keep picking them up, right? The control thing is going to start blinking pretty quickly here. It's just a stupid function of the way this thing works. Okay, so let's put these away and not use the dank for that again. That was kind of dumb. All right, dank, go away. Sure. Let's put this. There we go. Okay, so this one has the expansion. We've got space. We're good. You think you like causing messes in stream chats? It's normal chaos? It's a mess, yeah. So the way... I'm not going to bore you guys with too much of it. Let's see, what have I got here? Fan. Go. Okay. Yes, it's going to be small text for a while. Apologies to those of you that don't like reading a ton of text. Give me a split second to stretch the screen so that everybody can supposedly read it. Maybe. Kinda. Sorta. Okay. So live. Do I have... I need all my windows. Okay. Display cap is probably easiest. This one. I'm going to shut off your chat for a second. Find it. Where did I put it? Normally I can find this thing, and now I can't find it. Latest stream chat, blah, blah, blah. Chat overlay, right under my nose. Okay, so then I can turn on display cap. Bonk. There we go. So now you're seeing what I'm seeing. And the long story made super short here. I'll just shorten this a little bit. Yes, the text is tiny. I apologize to those, especially on the phones, so we won't be here for long. But what we're seeing here is a lot of blah, blah in these sub-actions. But the long story made super short. The biggest fan gets the information from who redeemed the command, waits for half a second, then it says that that user has spent a lot of their points to get their name here so they can claim they are the biggest broadcast user, me, fan. Okay? Then the reward set cost is kind of cool because I can say, what reward do I want? And then I can tell it how much to add each time the command is triggered. Okay? Then after it does that, it then changes the title. Let's edit that one. So it changes the title. Whatever it was, the title becomes biggest fan, colon, and then the target user who redeemed it. So that's how that one works. And then we just have different ways of displaying it on the screen. So different browser sources pop up, shows you what all it is, and then closes again. That's how that one works. It's supposed to trigger off like one of the little welcome things on screen, but it doesn't always. And I don't really care because it's not something they seem to like playing the game in chat, so it's not critical. Yeah, but that's how that biggest fan one works. And then one of the reasons I love this bot is because I can do stuff like that by changing... Oh no, not at all. Not at all, because that person will come back in, right? And they will see, oh, I'm no longer listed as the biggest fan. Well, I'm still a big enough fan that I want to be listed as that person. Therefore, I will claim it again, and the price goes up a little more. It's great. It's hard to be the biggest fan if you're not paying top price. But what's actually mildly funny is when I first started, it cost 5 points. And it's gone up and up and up, and now we're talking about 750, I think it was, something like that. Pretty close anyway. So yeah, it's fun. It's not the whole, it's fun to make you guys spend money. No, that's not what I'm getting at. But it is fun to see how the battles tend to go back and forth. Oh, whoops. Bonk. There, now I can put extra in there. So it's amusing to see people like that. But yeah, Elon Poppins hadn't been in for quite some time. And so we had Scrublord and Elon back and forth for months. And then suddenly there was a change. But yeah, I can do that with just about any other one. And here's the funny part. I can also be evil with it in return. I've discovered, and haven't played with it yet, but I can be evil with it in return a little bit, in that if I wanted to, I could say, if the user redeeming is, let's say for argument's sake, because he's a mod, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, then the future redeem goes up by, 100. But if it's not that user, it only goes up by 5, right? I haven't actually done that, but I could. Thing is, Mama Bear is one of the very, very busy individuals, as in everybody has lives, and so sometimes she can make it, sometimes she can't, just like everybody else, And so sometimes I feel bad for her a little bit, or anyone else. But the one that I thought was mildly funny, it was, for a while we had a battle back and forth, stream to stream. It was almost a perfect alternation between Elon Poppins and Scrublord when it came to using the first tier command. But the odd bit was that for some reason these guys were not changing it back and forth when they were. Ooh, whoops. Okay. They were not changing it back and forth when they were dealing with the first tier. Like if their name showed, they didn't reclaim first tier. Because, of course you wouldn't really need to, right, if your name was there. But if someone claimed it, oh, sure as heck, they would change it next time. So it was just kind of amusing to see how that was working. Okay. I like this. I think if I can get these to work properly so that they're not going to cause tons and tons of lag on the server, pots sort of do anyways, but at least they're limited to what they're looking for, then I think I might go through some of this, and maybe we'll do some more of this on the weekend. If I can get all the changes made first, make some more types of seeds on the weekend. Because weirdly enough, I'm enjoying this. Besides, these look vaguely like beans, and there's always Bean Boozled beans, which is kind of frightening. So for those of you who have seen, I didn't talk about it much, I ate the Carnaby Sweet beans, so we have to change that. But just, I know it's the top of the hour, so I'm just going to let you guys know what's going on, and then I probably will raid out because I've got to go do that long drive, assuming I can get hold of people correctly. So, I'll show you this. So for the weekend, for the purposes of birthdays, I'm bringing back the Bean Boozled set. We have... So we've got the Bean Boozled 6th edition. That's where you're hearing things about, dead fish and toothpaste and boogers and so on. That's coming back. To augment with that, I will be switching to also add the Bean Boozled Fiery 5 with things like Sriracha and Jalapeno, Sriracha, Jalapeno, Cayenne, Habanero, and Carolina Reaper. So I'm really hoping I don't get too many Reapers, but we'll see. But for those of you that, want to just do something kind or whatever and celebrate the birthday with me but don't want to be mean, we also have the lovely Jelly Belly 10 flavors of awesome ones. So we've got the good blueberries, the good buttered popcorn, I think we've got licorice, so that's debatable. Green apples, yeah. So a lot of the flavors that are in the Bean Boozled nasty flavor set, but these are the guaranteed good side of them. And so yeah, I've got those to come up on the weekend too. Yeah, and it's not meant as anything more than a little bit of excitement for the fact that it's my birthday on that weekend. I know we say not to talk about birthdays in stream, but why not? I will be up front. I'm turning 44. So, because it's stream weekend as well, I'm going to see if this schedule will show. There we go. So that's the stream weekend. I'm on the Saturday, and there's a good lineup on both days. If you need access to this picture and you're not in Dadcraft's Discord, then feel free to take a look into my Discord. I believe I posted all 3 versions of the photo. One that has the full, where am I here? One that has the full weekend schedule, as well as 2 separate ones, one for each day. Makes it a little bit easier to track, a little easier to follow. You know, so you guys can go ahead and do that. Well, I see Springer Shadow commented, I'm a young one. Maybe? Maybe? I know I'm not as old as I could be, but on the other hand, I don't have the wisdom for any of it. And the second piece of that is that I was always told I had an old soul. You know, I always got along better with adults. I think I'm getting younger and younger soul-wise as I get older, because there's more and more I just don't want to adult. And I'm slowly becoming more irresponsible, which is great. And I'm forgetting a lot more, which means I'm sort of unlearning things. It's fantastic. All right, so let's take a break, and I will see you guys on the weekend for the celebration. In the meantime, I'm going to pass you on to a great streamer. We just have to see which one it's going to be, because there's always a bunch of good ones. Whoa, plenty to squirrel on. Okay. You guys were saying that you were kind of interested in Create, or... I'm going to see. Actually, no, we haven't been there in a while. Let's go and raid into... Let's go in and raid in... Oh, no, they've been up a while. Yeah, we're going to go up to Groova. He's derping his way through the Create mod and scrambling, and he's been up for almost an hour, so that's probably the best place to go. Polishing your nails. And thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully we'll have flags that we don't have to carry just by hand, because that doesn't work with a 5 to 7-year-old all that easily. Or 8 to 10-year-olds. They don't do so well standing with flags that long. So, we're going to head on over to Groova, I believe, and I will get that raid started. There we go.
Mischief managed.
Mischief has indeed been managed today, and we're going to get ourselves into even more mischief on the weekend. As I said earlier, please do take time to drop in on as many of those as you have time for. Thank you ever so much to Bobreen for the resub. I really appreciate that. Also, big thank yous and vert hugs for Lorenzo and Max Money A2A, more accurately, the high fives. Also, thank you very much to our new followers and our clue spenders today. Thanks, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, for being our mod and handling things so that I don't go insane. Thank you so much to chatter from James Curry, Bob Sachet Away, Mama Bear 65, Springer Shadow, Poodle Pirate, Flaming Fox, Terrier Darts, Elon Poppins, Max Money, ITT Tom, Dub Dynamite, Berenzo, Jen, and Just Loopy, and our new followers. So, thank you so much, and I shall see you on the weekend. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye-bye for now.